people only speak negatively or lower on something if it's more than what it is they're doing. Like nobody ever talks shit on you unless you're doing more than them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like nobody ever, haters come from below, never from above.
Yeah. Like one of my closest friends, he told me something that I always resonated with me. I'll never forget. He told me, he said, man, you know what some people's problem is? They can't never be number 2 or number 3.
Yes.
I was like,
yeah, Scottie Pippen.
I was like, yeah. I was like, why you think like that? He was like, man, he's like, not everybody in every room is gonna be number 1. He's like, sometimes you gonna go in a room and be number 2. Sometimes you're gonna be number 3. Sometimes you're gonna be number 1.
Yes.
You don't always have to be number 2. You play your role. Everybody plays their own role. And the whole thing works.
Dope. So we're live. Another episode of Adversity Kings. We have special guest. Correct me if I'm saying this right. Semaj Henderson.
Yeah, Semaj Henderson. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And how's your day going, bro?
It's going good, man. I just got back home from school, so it's actually today my birthday. So I came back for my birthday weekend.
When's your birthday?
The 22nd today.
The 22nd? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah.
Today's the 22nd?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Happy birthday. How old are you?
Appreciate it. 22.
22?
So, golden birthday, man.
Yeah, let's go. Excited. What are you going to do today?
We're probably gonna go to some clubs or something.
Yeah.
Get a section.
Yeah. What's your favorite club to go to?
I'm not a party guy.
Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna go. My friends got me going to El Jefe. It's like we're gonna get a section and stuff like that.
That's in the city?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Downtown.
Let's go. Let's go. That reminds me of one of my most expensive days because I'm not a party guy either. But I went to a club and not going out, I wasn't familiar with the cost of Ace of Spades from going out. I've always bought it just like to have, you know what I mean, personally. And so it was a big price difference. And I remember getting a bill, and it was one of my more expensive days.
Man, just got one yesterday.
Yeah.
Got one yesterday.
Yeah. Yes. So that was fun. That's fun. So where were you born and raised?
I was actually, oh my bad.
No, you're good, brother.
I was actually born in Chicago. I stayed in Chicago for a little while, and then I moved out to Naperville, then Bolingbrook, and then Bolingbrook. Okay. So I mostly grew up out like towards the Downers Grove area. That's where I mostly grew up at. Yeah.
So what about your parents? Where'd they grow up? Where they're from?
My family all is from Chicago, like the west side of Chicago, south side of Chicago. So mostly all bad and impoverished areas. Mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your mom and dad, who were you closest with growing up?
Both. I got both of my parents stay in my house.
Okay, so you got a good relationship with them.
Yeah, best relationship. Both of my parents.
You got siblings?
Yeah, I got one brother and 2 sisters.
Older, younger?
I'm the youngest one.
You're the youngest?
Yeah.
Good relationship with them?
We all got, different type of relationships, but since we got different parents, because I'm my mom's only child. Okay. So, our relationships have, we've been working on continuing to build them because we all didn't stay in the same house. Okay, so, that makes sense.
Yeah. What about your parents? What did they do growing up, or while you were growing up? What were their occupations?
So my dad, he always worked at the railroad. Yeah. And my mom, for most of my life, she used to work at like Comcast and stuff like that. But then she ended up getting sick. So then my dad made enough money so she didn't have to work.
Is she better now?
Yeah, she's good now.
Good.
Yeah, she's been good for a long time.
Good. Yeah. And so what was growing up for you like? You know what I mean? A young age, transitioning into middle school. What was that all like?
It was great. It was great because I always played basketball.
Always?
Yeah, I always played basketball.
Who was your favorite player?
LeBron.
LeBron
was my favorite.
He's not better than Michael Jordan, though.
Man, can nobody tell me nothing about LeBron.
He's not, but Michael Jordan got 6 rings, dude.
But you see, like the difference on that, because I have that same discussion with my dad all the time. LeBron can make a team of people who are mediocre become great. Michael Jordan needs someone else to...
Who did he have? Dude, Scottie Pippen sucks.
What? Scottie... Scottie, that is going to go viral, man. Scottie Pippen all the time. He's like crazy. Scottie Pippen's crazy. Yeah.
All I know about Scottie Pippen is he cries.
No. Scottie Pippen.
Fucking what dropped? So man in the... Was it... No, it wasn't Man in the Arena. It's... Chicago, when they dropped the Last Dance.
Right. Yeah, Last Dance.
80% of it was just talking about Scottie Pippen crying.
No. Scottie Pippen.
Pay me more.
He does all the dirty work. Michael Jordan get the guy who does most of the dirty work don't get all the praise.
Yeah.
But without him, it doesn't work.
I don't know, dude. When you think of like the epitome of just absolute GOAT, who comes to mind?
LeBron.
Stop playing.
LeBron.
Like,
LeBron.
If you were in a room and people were like, who is the absolute GOAT? People don't go LeBron. They go like Michael Jordan.
See, like, okay. So I say LeBron is the GOAT because of the way he plays, the way he affects the whole game.
Yeah.
And off the court. LeBron is the reason, like,
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
What do you own more? What do you own more of? Jordans or LeBrons?
I don't even know. What would you say? I probably got more Jordans. Though.
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, I probably got more Jordans. He got more stylish shoes now. His shoes look better. I give Mike that. He got some better shoes.
Just put a period.
He got some better shoes.
Okay,
he got the best shoes. He the GOAT in the shoes category. Yeah.
Well, there's a reason what preceded him being the GOAT in the shoes category was he's just the GOAT.
Nah, I couldn't do that. Can't do it, man.
So you were explaining your opinion in regard to why you believe. So it's like the way LeBron plays and the effect that he brings to the game.
And it's the way that LeBron, he makes, just from my generation, I know that LeBron, he makes you feel like you could be more than just an athlete. Like, just seeing him, he's in the NBA and he's a billionaire already. Yeah. So like my whole thing is I'm in college now and I just went to March Madness last year. We played in March Madness. I feel like I can be a millionaire in college. Yeah, so
absolutely.
I'm like, if he can be, he's 10 times more busy than me.
I saw a post this morning about, let's see I don't know if it's on his page. I don't know if it was, let me see here. King James. See, you don't even pop up right away. That's how ungoated she is.
No.
Don't even pop up.
So are you like a LeBron hater?
Not a hater. I just I obsess over like absolute greatness. So it's like I'm gonna identify like who's absolutely great, and then I'm gonna go from there. So here's what I saw.
Okay.
Bronny got signed to Beats by Dre. So LeBron James was the first. I don't know if he was the first NBA athlete or the first all-around athlete. I think he was probably the first NBA athlete to be signed to Beats by Dre. Mm-hmm. And then his son is the first athlete, like in high school, to be signed by Beats by Dre. So
and Nike. Yep.
And he's signed by Nike?
Yep. And Nike.
My God. His son going to be richer than him.
Man.
Maybe even faster.
Mm-hmm. And he's signed by Nike too, so. Dang. Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I give him a lot of respect for that. Jordan became a billionaire first, but I still give them, you know what I mean? Like, where one argument somebody had me somewhat bought into was LeBron's personal life and his character has held more true than Jordan. There's been breaks, and ultimately, you know, Jordan has some children as well, but you don't see the alignment in his family like you do with the James. Yeah. Like they're all like the wife's on point. You know what I mean? Never making him look like a fool or herself. So it's like she's like a full blown like respected woman. You know what I mean? So it's like ain't nobody ever like either one of them. You know what I mean? Like no cheating scandals. Like a really solid family that's held it down. Yeah. And that's hard. Making all that money and all them kids having butlers since they were born. Yeah. To still be, you know, respectful to an extent. And really there's never been, I think the worst thing you've ever heard with any, like, I think of like Obama's kids too. Like the worst thing I think I've ever heard is like, you know, maybe they got caught smoking a blunt. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's the worst thing in comparison to like what a lot of kids get into. That's something that's to be respected.
Yeah, for sure. And just like being athletes, you know, like social media, they love to catch you doing anything wrong. Like if you do anything wrong, they love to blow it up, even if it's like your first offense or anything. So that's crazy that he hasn't had anything like that has hit the internet. And it's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Crazy.
So LeBron inspired you. You get into playing basketball at a young age. Were you good at first? Was it natural or was it like?
Man, I used to suck. I used to be bad. Like I was horrible. Like I remember, like my first. This is when I got good. I played at the United Center and. we was in a locker room. This is when Derrick Rose had Chicago like going crazy.
Yeah.
So Derrick Rose had everything, and we in the locker room where Joakim Noah's stuff in there, all of them. And I was like in 3rd grade, and every time I'm on a fast break, I miss a layup every time, and all my family there. And my dad said my little cousin was there, and every time I miss a layup, he like, man, you keep missing an easy layup. You suck. Like, and my dad like, oh my God, like all his friends is there, and my little cousin like younger than me.
Yeah.
He told me, I'm like, he suck. So then after that, man, that next summer, me and my dad would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, every morning. So for like that entire summer, I was probably one of the worst kids on my team. And that entire summer, my dad would get me up every day at 5, and then he was like, you know what? I'm not getting you up no more. You gotta wake me up. So I'm like, okay. Every morning then, it was like I would wake him up then. I'll wake him up at 4:30.
Yeah.
And then we go 2 a days. And then when I came back, I was the best player on my team.
Yeah, it sounds like Kobe's story. You ever heard Kobe's story? Like he didn't like score a point when he was like 12 or 13, and like 14 he scored like 100 points or something in a game. I don't know.
Yeah, because I was always short.
Yeah.
I was always short, man. So my dad made me work every day.
You remind me of the movie. Is it like Mike? What is that?
Oh yeah.
What's the actor's name?
Bow Wow.
Yeah, okay.
Bow Wow.
I was gonna say you remind me of Bow Wow or like a younger like AI.
Right.
You get that a lot? Which one do you get more of?
I get more of a people say I look like a lot of people, man. So
yeah.
It just go with the hairstyles mostly.
It depends on the hairstyle right now.
Depends on the hairstyle.
That makes sense. So all right, so middle school into high school, what was that experience like?
I remember, so I'm in middle school, I still was real small. So too many people really.
What are you right now, 6'1"?
Yeah, 6'1", 6'2".
Okay.
So people really couldn't see that I was going to be that good and nice. I mean, going in, it was like, you would be good in middle school, but not in high school. You too short.
Yeah.
And then I ended up hitting like a little growth spurt. I was like 5'10", 5'11".
Went to that Nate Robinson height.
Yeah. So then I started getting more quicker, smarter. And then got to high school and just continued to work every day. Like I didn't drink, I ain't smoke, do nothing. Like it was just basketball every day, all day. And just started getting college offers and stuff like that, man. So, and next thing you know, the visual.
Now, outside of your college team you're playing for right now, who's your favorite college team?
I don't got one.
No?
See, and the crazy thing was I never knew about college like that. I didn't know what Division I and Division II or III was until like my freshman year.
Yep.
So I never been.
And you're a junior
college. Now? Yeah. Like junior year.
Sophomore going into junior.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
So, what about? I kind of want to see, like, do you have a favorite NBA team or is it Chicago?
My team is wherever LeBron goes. So it was Cleveland. That makes for sense. A little while. Yeah. Miami. Then we went back to Cleveland, and now we went to Lakers.
Did you like Nate Robinson at all?
No. I mean, it was just wherever LeBron was at. Like, I really
You weren't impressed with some of his dunks being 5'10"?
I was. Like,
when did you start dunking?
I probably got my first dunk my sophomore year.
Okay, so how tall are you? 5'10", 5'11"?
Yeah, 5'10". Yeah. 5'10".
So what's your vertical like now then? You still got a good
like
dunk?
Standing? Yeah. Standing probably like around 34, just standing.
Yeah?
Yeah, like standing like 34. But yeah.
So can you do some crazy dunks or just like a standard dunk?
I could do some decent dunks, but I'm more of I can shoot, score the ball, pass the ball.
Yeah.
So
so what do you specialize in? Like, what, you a shooter?
Yeah, I can shoot the ball real well. I can score. I can score the ball really well and facilitate. So yeah, I'm real gifted on able to be able to score the ball in many different ways. So that's what.
What's your favorite like cut to the hoop? Is it like Euro step?
Yeah, Euro.
Fake
to the corner, like a fake pass, fake to the corner. Like I watch Luka Doncic so much.
Yeah.
He slow jab to the corner, like a Euro to the corner, and just finish. So
you finish with both hands?
Both hands, yeah.
Like real well, or is like
real well.
One's like, all
real
right,
well. I had to.
We gonna force them left.
No. I had to, but they forced me left though.
Yeah,
they do. They force me left all the time.
You run point or you shooting guard?
Point guard.
Point guard.
Mm-hmm.
So you quick then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
do you like running like a full court press?
I'm more like sometimes it depends on the game, like the type of team.
Yeah.
Because some teams press me most of the time because they want to get the ball out of my hand.
Yeah.
Because, I make really good decisions with the ball in my hand.
Yeah,
so,
basketball IQ solid.
Yeah. So they don't, they usually try to get the ball out of my hand. So,
yeah.
It's just sometimes troubling,
Yes.
Ball, of course. So, yeah.
So your handling skills are good too then?
Yeah. Every day. I have to.
Yeah?
I have to. Mm-hmm.
So what are some things you do to like increase your handling skills?
I do ball handling every day.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's so crazy. Like when I really sit back and I just think about all the stuff that I have to, like, man, I've been playing basketball for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I do like certain amount of 2 ball handling, 1 ball handling every single day. It's like, once you've been doing it for so long, like I literally been doing it since like 8 years old.
Yeah.
So it's like second nature. Like it's like, you know what I mean? So it's crazy. After I sit back and thinking, like somebody asked me, like, man, how you been playing? How long you been playing? It's like 14 years. Like it's going on 14, 15 years. I'm like, man, you should be, you know.
So Chosen doesn't be beating you like he said he did.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm just playing.
Malik, I know Malik can't say that. I know he didn't say that. I know he didn't say that, man.
I'm about to call him and tell him.
Yeah.
So, all right, when you're going into middle school, going into high school, was there any life-altering events as you're growing up? You know, you're getting into high school.
Yeah.
Anything like life-altering change your life?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I had like my senior year, my cousin ended up passing away.
Wow.
From gun violence in Chicago. He got he ended up getting killed, so that ended up messing with me a lot, for sure. And then I would say I was receiving a lot of offers.
Okay.
Going into my junior year, I was receiving a lot of offers, and schools, my grades weren't good. My grades weren't good.
When you were in high school?
Yeah.
Why weren't they good?
I didn't really care about school.
Yeah,
I was just
neither did I.
basketball. And it was just like, man, we're still going to offer you. I'm still going to schools, getting offers, sitting down in coach's office.
Yeah.
Still giving you a full ride scholarship, all that. So I'm like, my grade's not going to matter. It's going to be good. But then when it's almost come out signing time, like more and more schools keep calling. Like, man, you're not going to be eligible. So like now all of the schools that I'm getting offers from, they're calling. Like, I want to offer you. Can't get them. I can't do anything for you. Like, I'm like, oh my God. So my parents were frustrated about the situation because I'm really like I was my dad's and my mom's only child as far as like playing sports.
Yes.
So like they really didn't have any experience in it as much. So I know they felt it. Look, we should have made sure we stayed on them.
Yeah.
So I had to end up going to prep school. So I couldn't receive any of the offers, Division I offers that I had.
Yeah.
Going out of high school, I had to go to prep.
Is that like JUCO?
Prep is like it's like an extra year to fix your grades.
Okay.
So I ended up having to retake the SAT, the ACT, I think, the ACT, one of them. And then I had to retake some classes, man, with some freshmen, bro. Like I'm in classes like with freshmen. The desks were so small. Like I remember this.
Felt like Buddy
it's
the Elf.
yesterday. Man, look, I had this little kid right next to me, man. He like, man, how old are you, man?
I would have lied. I'm 15.
Say, bro, do your work, bro. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I'm like, man, this is crazy.
I'm 15. Don't make me dunk on you.
Man.
Shut the hell up.
I'm like, man, so
look over the deep end. I'm 15. Shut the fuck up.
Man, I'm like, man, it's crazy.
So, all right. So from high school into college, you're transitioning, prep school. When did you? So we finished prep school. What was the next step after prep school?
I ended up committing to Jacksonville State. So
what school does? I don't know if you follow any college football. Do you?
Yeah.
Deion Sanders. Which one?
My cousin plays there.
What school is that?
Jackson State.
Jackson State?
Yeah.
How close is that? Is
that's
that a different state?
Yeah, that's in Mississippi.
Okay, Mississippi.
Yeah.
And you're in Missouri?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was in Alabama.
You're in Alabama?
Yeah, and he's in Mississippi.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I play for Jacksonville State, and my cousin is the starting running back right now for Jackson State. So,
oh, for real?
Yeah.
You got to tell him to get on the podcast.
Yeah, for sure. He's
prime time, dog.
Yep, so him and Deion are real close too. So
yes, bro. We need to get Deion on the podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I'll talk to him.
So you then play for Jacksonville State, right? So what was that process like getting signed there and setting that all up?
It was really like a dream come true.
Yeah.
Because it was like all my hard work is finally like coming to fruition, and everything is like.
Was it a letter and then you just approved, or was it like someone came and recruited you?
Yeah, so like what happens is coaches come and recruit you.
Yeah.
So they end up actually coming to see. I guess they were watching someone else.
Yeah.
End up watching me and liked how I played, so they end up sending me an offer. I got the offer around Christmas.
Yeah. And
then I had some more schools like coming wanting to offer me as well.
What really sold you on playing there?
Man, I was tired of it. What really sold me on going there was I felt that I had a great connection with the coach, the coaching staff, and I liked the players that were there, like the players that were coming.
What did you guys see eye to eye on? Like, what were you connecting about?
Just like the goals that they had for me, and stuff like that. So where they see me playing in the future, playing professional. So I was like, yeah, I like it. I was like, yeah, we got the same goals, and I had a couple other schools as well come and wanted me like literally like they were like, man, don't commit, because they try to, like when you go on a college visit, 9 times out of 10 they want you to commit on the visit so that you don't get to go to other schools sometimes. Yeah. But when I went, the other schools was like, man, they're gonna try to get you commit. Don't commit right away. Don't commit right away. And I was like, you know what? The recruitment process is like crazy, man. It's like coaches want to talk for hours upon hours on hours, bro. And you be like, you could just be like chilling watching a movie with your girlfriend. Yeah, it's a whole podcast. Yeah, and you like, man, you want to talk about what? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But they want to build a relationship with you so you feel comfortable, which is understandable. So, yeah, the recruitment process is long, so I was just happy to commit to a school, a Division I school. And so who are you closest with now on your team? I just transferred. Okay, so that's what I want to clear down. So where are you transferring to now? So now I'm at South Georgia Tech. It's a JUCO. Okay. Yeah, so I did 2 years at Jacksonville State. Yeah. And, now I'm at South Georgia Tech, which is, what made me end up. So next year I'll go to a bigger school. What do you have in mind? I don't know for sure yet, but I got some schools I'm talking to. Okay. Yeah, got some schools I'm talking to. So, So what's your plan then for kind of the next 12, 24 months? So my plan is to, I'll be committing to another school probably around like March, around that time. But then until then, I'm just continuously with my business and running my company and working out every day and performing at school. Is it basketball workout or a little bit of both? Like a normal and basketball? Oh yeah, it's still college. It's Division I JUCO. Oh, okay, so you are and then D1 basketball. Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's still Division I JUCO. But next year I'll go back up to Division I, like at a university. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, dope. So, I guess then outside of that, kind of capitalize on the business. Let's segue into, all right, so what's the business? How's it all work? Okay. There's actually, did I tell you there's a guy, I don't know if it's similar at all, but he brokers, I don't know when pulling in, if you saw 18-wheelers around the building at all. Yeah, I see it, in the back. There's somebody in this office I met at my gym, and I guess he brokers. It sounds very similar to what you were explaining to me. Right. And, yeah, it was cool. I was like, oh, maybe if he's here, I'll try to connect you guys. But go ahead, explain your deal. What's the name of your company and how it works? Okay, so I'm the owner of Hendo's Logistics. So I end up starting my own company. It's a 3PL. It's a 3PL provider. So that's a third-party logistics company. So I'm a freight broker. So I help companies that may need, like, everything in this room had to get shipped here. Yeah. So what I would do is if Tristan, if you were Walmart or something, he was like, hey, Semaj, I need this moved to Dallas, from Chicago to Dallas. Can you get this load moved for me? So then I'll be like, yeah, I'll find you a truck. So I'm really the middleman. I'm the middleman. So I'll find you the truck. I give you a quote on it, and I would pay the truck, and then you pay me. Yeah. So I add my percentage to that. And how I ended up getting into it, actually I had a mentor, and he's a millionaire. Yeah. He's a millionaire. And I was like, I like money. So I was like, my dad's friend, I was like, let me think about it. Cause I knew because at Jacksonville State, I remember I was sitting on the bench because we had so many older guys. Like everybody on our team, we had a great team. Like 1 through 16 were all Division I players, all great players. Our whole starting five is like, besides one guy, is all playing professional, all playing overseas, pro. And I was just like, man, if anything ever happens, because like most of the freshmen didn't play as much because of COVID. We had our year back, so we still were freshmen. But most of the freshmen weren't playing. All of the freshmen really weren't playing. I'm like, if this ever happened to me, like, what would I do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody going to college want to be in the NBA. All of us, we want to go to the NBA. It's only 400 jobs. So I'm like, if this ever happens to me, like, what am I going to do? Am I just going, because I'm just here at school, like I'm just getting by so that I can try to get to the league. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to figure something out. And I ended up talking to my dad's friend. And I was going there not really thinking I was going to be interested. And then I actually liked it. So I ended up saving up my money. I was Ubering, saving up my money. Ubering to about 6 in the morning. Crazy. And because I still had to play basketball, I still had to be in basketball shape for when I go to school. So I needed a flexible job. And I'm telling people what I'm doing. So I would save up my money. And while being with him, going early in the morning, with him in the office for 3 to 4 hours, going over stuff. He'd be going over videos with me every day. And saved up my money, and I'm talking to people who I'm riding with, so no telling who you pick up. Like, some people are business owners. Some people are people like shippers, and shippers are customers, so people who you get freight from. I'm talking to them, and I picked up a couple customers, and they're like, oh, wow, man, I would love to help you out. So I'm like, great. Some people own businesses, own multi-million-dollar businesses, giving me business advice, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, okay, great. I ended up saving my money up, and we were going over it every single day, and end up starting up my own company with my own money the whole summer. So, yeah. So I actually did something with my summer.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's dope. So what's your vision then over the next 5-10 years?
My vision in the next 5 to 10 years to make sure I retire my parents, for sure. Yeah. And then just be financially stable to the point where I don't really have to worry. I don't have any money problems mostly. Yeah. But to for sure show other athletes that that you could be more than an athlete. You know, so that's why I said LeBron means so
business
much.
Athlete.
Yeah, business athlete.
That's the people we try to recruit into insurance.
Yeah, for sure.
Like a business athlete, somebody that's got the athletic mindset, willing to do work.
Yeah.
Especially D1 athletes, because they're used to
working
early
hard.
mornings, working hard, then having
hard.
like a full-time job because you're essentially in school. You got to have the good grades to keep playing. Yeah. So
because you just see how hard. Like, it's hard to make it to a Division I level. It's hard to get up every day, work out. Like, I see everything. I pay attention to everything. Yeah. You know, like I pay attention to your posts. You get up every morning, work out every day. Every single day. You don't got to. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's your choice. That's something you want to do. Competitive. You want to make sure you look, certain type of way. So that's why I feel like athletes can be the best people in business in general. Yep. Because if you channel that same energy that you have in business in sports to business,
it equals
out.
Money.
Equals out.
Yep.
So that's what.
You watch? Did you ever watch Ryan Shazier, Terrell Pryor, Cardell Jones? No. They all played at Ohio State. Oh, and then Shazier and Pryor played a couple years in the NFL. They were really good, but they all work. So it's like we'll capitalize on athletes that will go to the league or will be D1 and they transition into business. Mm-hmm. So they work with our insurance company and we partnered up with them. But it's like taking, like you said, that energy and that mindset, especially the higher the level, usually the higher the commitment level from the athlete. Because as you work your way up to major leagues, it's like they're all like, it's just an extreme level of discipline. Yeah. Definitely talent as well. But they're all, and for the most part, I think a lot of people just perceive major league athletes as just like muscle heads, but a lot of them are intelligent. You know what I mean? It's like, despite you saying you not care about school, you wouldn't be able to, like, you'd have to you have to tell somebody that because from listening to you, you sound educated, you sound intelligent, and you know what you're talking about. So you gotta we gotta tell people like I don't even have like a high school diploma, so it's like I gotta like let people know I'm not a genius, but it's like I'm not stupid.
And it's just sometimes it's like. It's not saying I don't like school. Yes. It's just like sometimes the stuff that I learn about, I'm not interested in. Oh, yeah. Like some certain subjects that I, like.
I don't use a parabola for nothing.
Yeah, so.
Didn't help me make a single dollar.
So if you're learning about something that you're interested in, it's a little different. Like that's why when I was in high school, it was like I'm falling asleep all the time and doing stuff like that. But now I actually like reading. I read like my book I'm reading now is called Principles about Ray Dalio.
Yes. Yeah, those are phenomenal books.
Yeah, so I'm reading that now, and I just read about financial wealth and.
Is that your favorite book that you've gone through so far?
Principles?
Yeah.
No, I think it was a book by Robert Kawasaki.
Yeah, Rich Dad Poor Dad?
Yeah, that was my favorite book.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal book.
Yeah, that's my favorite book. That was my favorite. But I'm in between a lot of books right now, so.
Yes, I'm the same way. Yeah, I'm the same exact way.
Yeah, I just like reading about the stuff that's for me. And it's not for everybody, you know, so.
Money isn't for everybody.
It's not. And I like to read about like financial wealth and things, how to better myself, how to become a better person. And everything's not about money, just to, help as many people as possible.
Yeah, it's a lot easier with a lot of money.
Yeah, it is for sure. Yes. It for sure is. Yeah.
So what about, you got a dream car, dream house, dream place to live?
Yeah, so I write my goals down every morning. Yeah. So my dream is to give me a mansion in Miami.
Oh, so, not Miami. Yeah, my boy loves the party.
I'm Miami.
Don't lie.
Yeah. No. I'm not a party, but I like the water, bro. Like
there's beaches all across America.
But man,
Miami, man, everybody talks Spanish. I got nothing against Spanish. But everything's under the table. You don't even know what's going on, bro. I got so many funny Miami stories. We rented a Lambo for a weekend down there. My boy got a lap dance for like $2,000. I don't know what he was thinking.
Oh no, not for $2,000.
And I'm like, he looks like the dude from Wolf of Wall Street, the nerdy one.
Oh, okay.
So
not right now.
You know what I mean? He got waxed. But there was gunshots in our. We stayed in a penthouse. It was a wild weekend.
Yeah.
Wild weekend. We blew a lot of money, and it was really fun. But it was pretty much like all Spanish and all under the table, and it was like I feel like if O Block had a luxury, like a luxury O Block, that's what Miami reminded. Like, because like anything goes in Miami. Yeah. Anything goes in Miami. So it's like, and you got to be careful who you mess with. So it's like it's the same deal of like, I get like I feel like I don't like to classify certain areas as like, that's a bad area, because there's I bet there's a lot of sweet people, you know what I mean, sure. in these gang areas. But obviously that's an area more predominantly where there's going to be danger. But I feel like when finding trouble is looking for trouble. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can find trouble in a white neighborhood. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like you find trouble in a police at a police station. Office or police station. You know what I mean? It's like somebody comes step out on your neck all day. Yeah. So it's like it is what it is. It's not like there's like bad groups of people or bad groups of areas. It's like look for trouble. You're gonna find some trouble.
Yeah, that's a fact. I feel like and the more and more I read, I feel like the energy that you give off, or the energy that that you perceive and you want. Yes. You invite that. You know, so I try to stay around people that want the same solid things energy. As me. Yeah, yes. and that are if you're talking about certain things every single day, that's the energy that
birds of a feather, they flock together.
Yeah, for sure. So
what about dream? Let's keep going through your goals. Car.
Yeah, car, and eventually I want to go to the NBA, but I want to go to the NBA.
What team? Play with LeBron. He's like, I hope LeBron plays so he's 60.
Yeah. So if I ever get to play with LeBron, that'd be great.
Grandpa Bron.
Let me see. And then I want a couple boats in Miami too. Miami my vibe, man. Miami is my vibe.
Is your favorite movie Scarface?
Crazy thing is, I've watched Scarface like when I was younger before. Yeah. But like a month ago was my first time actually watching.
Really watching. That's what resold you on Miami.
Yeah, it was like we just got back.
You probably want a tiger too.
No, I don't want a tiger. But I don't like animals too much, man.
For real?
Nah, man, I'm not a dog person.
See, I like French bulldogs. You're gonna have every girl right now wants a French. You're gonna have to get your girlfriend a French bulldog.
Nah, she don't like dogs.
She don't like. Oh, don't like dogs either.
No, she's not a dog, so I ain't got to worry about that.
There's a guy in our office. They're not here, but he has like anacondas.
Oh, no.
He has a king cobra.
No, see.
How stupid! I'm like, bro, we sell life insurance. We're not trying to use it. You know what I mean? Like, duh. I just be waiting for him to die.
I'm not.
He's got a rattlesnake, a cobra. I don't think you're legally allowed to. So I'm putting him on blast, but I'm not gonna say his government. So he's straight. But I'm cool with everything because I grew up in the South. So like where you're at in Alabama,
right?
I grew up in Arkansas. So I was on a farm, and that's where my black side's from. So it's like you ever watched Django? That's like my black side. It's like all bunch of black cowboys.
So you grew up in the country?
I grew up in a country though, of Arkansas. Country, bro.
Okay.
Like nobody has an education.
Okay, so what made you?
Both my parents went to jail, and so I had nothing for me, bro. So I had nothing going on. My mom gets out first. She raises us in the living room of my grandparents' home, saves up a little bit of money. We elevate into these like white trash apartments. It was the area that I grew up in from 10 to 1920, 10 to 18, I guess I should say, before I got into life insurance, was like more of a white trash. I was the darkest kid at my school. You know what I mean? So like I'm light skinned. I'm real light skinned. So it's like getting into life insurance for me, there was no other option. I was working at UPS. I was expelled. I had a police expulsion from the level of like fights that I was getting into. So I had a police expulsion my sophomore year, and then from there, I mean, I was just working at UPS, hustling and just trying to help my mom out. You know what I mean? At that point, we were between me hustling and her hustling. She was a hospice nurse. She had the felony, so she wasn't able to secure a job.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think we were making $14,000-15,000 a year.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which is like, she didn't take no handouts. You know what I mean? The most we had food stamps, I think, up until like my 9th or 10th grade year, and then we got rid of those. You know what I mean? So it's like we really like some nights water off, lights off, the whole story.
Right.
And then from there, I didn't want to go to the military, and I tried to rekindle a relationship with my dad. I went to an all-black college, in Arkansas. I forgot, it was called Philander Smith.
Right. Okay.
I went there for like a day, a week, tried to enroll and like connect with my dad.
Oh, he goes there? Did he go there?
Nah, but I moved back to Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
So it's an HBCU. So I went to HBCU for a week.
Okay.
And my dream was I wanted to be a Q. You know what a Q is?
Okay. Yeah. For sure.
So
Q dog, right?
A Q dog. Yeah. And I was like, oh, maybe I'm too late to be a Q. Because I wanted to always throw. I would always see them throw up fins and start barking. And I'm like, oh, that looks like the sickest shit ever. You know, purple with the gold boots. I'm like, I got to be a Q. And but it didn't work out. It was like a week, and like my dad was still hustling. He had just got out of jail, and I was like, I ain't trying to be a part of it. So I was deep in prayer. I got back. I'm just praying, crying every night, just praying to God, like deep in worship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Deep in worship.
Yeah, got to.
And so like out of nowhere, and I remember flying back. My uncle flew me back. You know what I mean? From the fall with my dad, and he was like, he had said, you should get your property and casualty license. And my dad had mentioned, you should save money in life insurance. And I come back and I'm looking up property and casualty licenses. And basically, long story short, I'm uploading my high school diploma that I did get one, but it's from my mom. She did my school online.
Okay.
And so she got me a diploma. I upload that as a resume. And then I got an automated email from a life insurance company.
Right. Okay.
And I feel like kids like us, like I didn't Google the company. I Googled the owner.
Right. Okay.
And I looked him up on Instagram. I feel like that's what we look for credibility. Like,
right.
I didn't like dig and look at the resume. I was more so looking up the owner. I was like, oh, okay, it's got to be legit because I see him on the Pittsburgh Bridge. So I went and checked it out. There was Maseratis all in the parking lot. And have you ever seen The Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
There was
I love them.
There was a bunch of just jacked white dudes, and there was one black jack dude. And I was like, okay, there's definitely a black dude here, so maybe I could do it.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, I was like, at least it isn't going to be like racist. You know what I mean? Because that's what I had to deal with in the area.
Sure,
it was like, it was always segregated or race. Like people just looked weird at me all the time. That was half the fights, was people would just say something sideways to me. And for me, I never really cared about the terms because I knew who I was. I never valued myself based off a word or anything.
Right.
But I just looked at it as like, I'm already angry as shit all the time.
Right.
So I'm going to just use the card just to beat the shit out of you.
Right.
So, but I get into the insurance, man. I got the license same day. I called my mom up. We didn't have no money. I sold I think we had 2 or 3 TVs in the house. Sold everybody's TV. You know what I mean? I sold our TVs. I sold my Xbox, my pride and joy. You know what I mean? It took us a whole lifetime to get me an Xbox. So sold it all, raised up the money, got my license, and just hit the floor running. And that's the long story of me and into insurance.
Okay.
Short, long, whatever.
Okay.
Yep.
So what is your goals in life insurance in general?
When I ask people, I have adjusted my goals over the years because for me, more and more I like goals less because I never want to set a destination for I have no arrival. Right. You know what I mean? There's I never intend on stopping. I never intend on giving up. So for me, because as much as I love winning and I love making money, you know what I mean? And everything that comes with being a business owner, I just love, one of my favorite movies, bro, is Paid in Full. You know, when he's sitting there on the couch and after going through some adversity and dude's like, man, I just love the game. I just love the hustle. I swear to God, I resonate with that so much of like, I don't have to get paid for what I do, and I would just be hustling, recruiting, and teaching people how to sell insurance and selling insurance and building and growing myself. So for me, it's like there is no end goal. There's no like there's cars I want to drive, Lamborghinis, and different hyper cars and things, and people I want to meet and connect with. But there's no like that's it. You know what I mean? So it's like I stopped saying more so goals, and I more so put an emphasis on who I desire to be. I desire to be a godly man. I desire to be, a God-fearing man. I desire to be, a man of integrity, a man of loyalty.
Right.
So because I feel as if that's an area that I can always infinitely get better. So my goal is more so on who I am, who I become, and who I surround myself with. Yeah. And then I think about the people I want to impact. So it's like one thing I always write down because, it's like I want to be a trillionaire, but instead of saying I want to be a trillionaire, I just say I want to make 1 million millionaires. You know what I mean? Because if I help 1 million people make $1 million in this lifetime, it equates to $1 trillion.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's more so because a couple of my boys made a couple big checks this week, and I'm like, there's way more fulfillment in that for me than me making a big check.
Helping people is the best feeling.
It's so good.
It makes you feel so. But the crazy thing is, some people, like I asked one of my teammates, I said, why do you think why is sometimes people's first reaction to when something good's happened to someone else, they feel like they like find a way to diminish it.
Yes.
Like, that's literally some people's first reaction. Yeah. Is to be like, he not doing nothing like that. He's not, that's their first reaction. And it's like, why? You don't even gotta know them. Like on social media, somebody can see person doing something and then be like, he's not even doing anything. But
if what it is they were doing is less than what that individual is doing, then they'll speak highly of it. Yeah. People only speak negatively or lower on something if it's more than what it is they're doing. Like nobody ever talks shit on you unless you're doing more than them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like nobody ever, haters come from below, never from above. Yeah. For a majority of haters.
Yeah. And like one of my closest friends, he told me, and like you always listen to what people say all the time. He told me something, and we weren't even talking about me and his situation. Yeah. He told me something that always resonated with me. I'll never forget. He told me, he said, man, you know what some people's problem is? They can't never be number 2 or number 3.
Yes.
I was like,
Scottie Pippen.
I was like, yeah. I was like, why? I said, why you think like that? He was like, man, he's like, not everybody in every room is gonna be number 1. He's like, sometimes you gonna go in a room and be number 2. Sometimes you're going to be number 3. Sometimes you're going to be number 1. Yes. You don't always have to be number 2. You play your role. Everybody plays their own role. The whole thing works.
Dude, I think of Joseph in the Bible and playing roles where not everybody wants to be in prison. You know what I mean? Let alone. So it's like, I think physically, and this is where people kind of get torn on like, why would God allow that? But I think in the position that you're in, if you can have the best attitude and the best effort in the position that you're in, you can be number one on a higher level, on a spiritual level, regardless if the world defines you as the running back, the wide receiver, the tight end. You may not be the quarterback, but you can be that best lineman, the best water boy, and essentially be the quarterback of that position and glorifying a higher power, glorifying your beliefs, whatever it is you believe in. For me, it's Jesus. So it's like I'm glorifying Christ in being the best in the physical position that I'm in right now. And I think of Joseph of 10 plus years, or David 10 plus years. He was anointed 13 years prior to receiving the crown. So it's like so many of us will get a calling and we'll get anointed and it'll be like, yo, you're going to change the world. You're going to do something special. But can you go back and do 10 years of being the water boy or 10 years of being the GA? And you know, for those of you who don't know what a GA is, that's a general assistant, right? For a lot of colleges, and they just grind for
years.
Like no money, basically.
For no money,
Yes, just grinding, film, taking care of everything, putting together plays, this, that, the third.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of people underestimate, I think, the overall process, and they overestimate the results. Yeah. You know what I mean? They put all their focus on, the results are going to happen overnight, but they underestimate the cost to wear the crown. They underestimate the cost to be the boss.
Yeah, for sure. And that, like what you harped on was Jesus for sure. That is I've got spiritually so much closer to God since I transferred from school to to the point I'm in now. I pray every morning, every night, and like me and my mom pray every day.
Got to, yes.
So, because my mom is a part of my management team as well.
Yep.
So when I'm in games or if I have practice or certain things like that, and she needs to call up trucking companies and stuff like that and be like, hey, make sure this gets there on time. And my dad sometimes helps out when he's off. Yeah. So it's I have a family-owned business, but it's we all work together, and it's centered around God. Yes. I pray every day. Yeah. Me and my girlfriend, we pray every day. Yes. Both of us. So we make sure we pray.
That's like my number one priority in finding a woman is like, I ain't gonna be with a girl that don't pray. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna be like, you gotta have some faith.
You got to.
I'd be so scared. You walk in, your girl's like playing with an Ouija board.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
I don't do that.
No, man. It's for sure. That's important. That is important, and I've got so much closer to God. Man, it feels good. Yes. It feels so much better. Yes. It feels so much better in general.
Did you say a dream car?
Yeah.
What was the dream car?
It was a G-Wagon.
I was thinking G-Wagon.
Yeah, it was, see this like, right here. Let me see. Hold on.
Is it with the Brabus kit? You got to look them up with the Brabus kit.
Hold on. I'm finna show you right now. Hold on. I'm about to show you right now, man. This right here.
Those are tough.
Yeah, so that's what I want. But it's so many people who got them now.
Yeah, Chicago, they're everywhere.
Man, I already told myself I'm gonna get one, so I'm gonna get it. But after that, I'm gonna get something else.
You're gonna have to get something else. Everybody got them.
Too many people got them.
A lot of soccer moms got them now.
Yeah, so exactly.
They really devalued it. Nothing against soccer moms. All right. Ain't nothing wrong with y'all. Man, but listen,
I seen a nice one, man. I seen one with some red interior, and I was in because I have a Challenger.
I'm about to show you my partner's whip.
He got a nice car.
He got a nice car.
Man, I asked this lady. I was like, what type of car that is?
So it's Arias Dlabik. That's Simon Arias. So you can scroll and see. Yeah, his shit clean.
Man. See, I like this guy.
Yeah, that's what Malik likes. He likes the Rolls Royce.
He like the Rolls.
Yep.
Yeah. See, that I'm more G-Wagon. Yeah. It's more, business casual. You can do anything in the G-Wagon. You can go to the store. You can't go to Walmart in that. You can't go to Walmart in that.
Yeah. No, you can't.
That's too much attention.
Now, do you have hobbies outside of work and basketball?
Yeah, I like to go to sometimes I like to go to concerts.
Yeah. Who's your favorite?
My favorite, I'll say Lil Durk.
Nah,
Durk,
bro.
my favorite.
Stop.
Durk, my
what's
favorite.
Up with Chicago, dude? Is he Lil Durk or G Herbo?
Durk, it's not close right now. Durk, it's not close. It's not close.
He said LeBron over Michael Jordan. He said G Herbo. You said Lil Durk over G Herbo?
Yeah. You
what?
You think
you're crazy?
Do you really think that
What do you like about you? You think he's just a better lyricist?
Yeah, he's a better artist. He's more versatile.
Maybe a little bit of versatility, but I think of the passion in G Herbo's music. A G Herbo beat with the passion in that dude is just crazy.
I like G Herbo too, but I like Lil Durk because sometimes his music, he got different moves with his music. You know what I mean? Like he got some music like it's like then he got some music just chill. He got music for.
Is he still accepted in Chicago? Is Lil Durk cool?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Is G Herbo cool with Chicago?
Yeah, okay. I love him. Only person who came is Chief Keef. I'm pretty sure. I don't think he comes back.
I had King Louie on my podcast.
Oh, you did?
We did, and we were asking him questions, and we didn't do our research on like different affiliations.
Yeah, for sure.
And he had to pause us a few times. Like, he'd be like, "Yo, shut this shit down real quick." It was kind of scary because you had this one boy like full, like it's not like nobody had a mask on. You know what I mean? But he was like full blacked out in the corner, mask, sunglasses, big coat, inside his coat, like just chilling. And I'm like,
I use that.
King Louie would be like, pause, and he would step up, and I'd be like, oh shit. Especially because we'd be like, yo, so you ever do nothing with Lil Durk? He'd be like, pause. What'd I tell you about his set? And I'd be like, we didn't know what his set was. So
yeah, King Louie he's been through a lot.
Been through a lot, dude.
Been through a lot, man.
Been through a lot, but I'm so glad that we had him on. Even though it was a very, very big learning experience, at the end of the podcast, I got a lot of respect for Louie because he was like, listen, I know I could tell by like the purity of the context that you weren't probing. Because what he was explaining to me is like he'll do podcasts and like talk with some people and they'll try to instigate.
Yeah.
And so they try to instigate different people.
Put people against each other just for clicks.
Yeah.
That's all the time.
So it's like that was not our intentions. And he was like, look, you know what I mean? I got respect for you guys hustling. He's like, one thing you should do is try to research people before you get them on. Yeah. And so it's like ever since then, I at least try to get some information, even if I'm scrolling through their Instagram and just if I can see, just to educate myself. And it's definitely brought up the value of the conversations, which is just help the overall podcast and help me stay alive.
Especially with people like that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But that's like I think that's a long-term vision for me is like to get Chicago natives like that on. Like I'd love to have Durk on a podcast and see what we could do for him to get him up to the G Herbo level.
Nah, he been past that.
So what's your favorite Durk song then?
I'll say my favorite Durk song probably is
you gotta see this.
Probably like no interview. Probably no interview.
Actually a good song.
No interview. I think is that it? That's my favorite.
I'm gonna have to.
It's no interview.
Yeah, we're gonna have to check that one out after. So what about concerts? Lil Durk, is there anything else you like to do?
I'm more of like laid back. I like taking vacations.
Yeah.
Vacations is.
Where's your favorite place? Miami.
Yeah, Miami, but I just went to Cancun too.
Yeah.
We went to Cancun. Cancun was nice.
Nice?
Man. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was nice.
I think I went to Punta Cana or Cabo, and then I'm going again in the spring. Yeah. I like it.
See, I think we might go to Dubai after my session. So
that's what I'm doing right after this. I'm not going to Dubai, but my UFC. That's the only thing I like watching UFC. And the fights are in Abu Dhabi. Is that in Dubai? Abu Dhabi? It's got to be around there because they sound the same. So it's got to be right. It's got to be over there. I'm
not too good with the maps.
But me either. But what about like movies, TV shows?
Yeah,
What's
movies
the favorite?
For sure. Movies. My favorite movie probably is Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes.
One of them. It's probably right now. It's probably my favorite. Wolf of Wall Street.
Now, how long have you guys been together?
Like a year and probably about like 8 months.
Yeah. See,
seven months.
You can't tell. Your girlfriend like first date year and 8 months ago was like, "What's your favorite movie?"
Right.
Wolf of Wall Street. She'd be like,
I didn't know it.
You didn't know the movie?
I just thought.
Okay.
Like, this is.
Oh, that's why you got away with it.
Yeah.
All right. I thought you
it was a paid in full. I probably say it was paid in full then. Like when I first met her, it was probably paid in full.
Paid in full.
Paid in full, man.
Such a good movie, bro.
Yeah.
You ever seen American Gangster with Frank Lucas?
Is that to do with that?
With Denzel Washington.
Yeah, right. Denzel Washington. Yep. Was it like the one with the train, or is it? Was it the?
He was essentially almost bigger than Pablo Escobar, and he was running a game out of I want to say New York. It was out of New York, just a big upper northern state, and I mean he was the biggest ever. Essentially, like like drug lord, one of the biggest ever.
I know. I seen American Gangster.
He was clean. Like his style was clean, black dude, like clean. So for me, it was like that was my vision before life insurance.
Okay. Right.
But okay, so movies. Wolf of Wall Street. What about, so the last thing, and I really just ask hobbies and try to pull people into what mine are outside of work, because I only like 2 or 3 things. I like UFC, I like movies, but I like food.
Right.
Do you like food?
Love food, man. Food.
Tell me about what's your food, like what goes on in your mind for like the perfect restaurant, perfect food. What does that look like for you?
Man, I'd say the perfect food probably is like, I'm more of a, like you know Baba's. You ever heard of Baba's before?
What's it like?
It's more of some chicken. It's chicken and fries. That's more. I'm more of a simple guy.
Is it better than like I feel like up there for me? It's like I would put Popeyes over KFC. I like Cane's. I like Cane's pretty well. I don't know other like I don't really do any other like places that I think of that are like fire for chicken.
Yeah, I do the chicken. So I got some spots for you.
I like Chick-fil-A.
I got some spots for you for the chicken spots, and then I like.
I feel like you can't beat Popeye's spicy tenders.
I'm telling you, I got you. I got you on some spots.
And then let me put them down. What are they?
You got to put sharks in there.
Sharks.
Yeah. Uncle Remus.
How do you spell the Remus?
Remus. Uncle Remus. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Harold's is good too.
Harold's. And is the Babo's around here?
Yeah. Baba's it's one in Bolingbrook.
Okay, how do you spell it?
Baba.
Baba.
I think it has two.
Okay.
Yeah.
So simple with the food. Now, what are you gonna do for your birthday dinner though?
So last night we went to like a little restaurant last night. Went to a restaurant last night, and then tonight we just going out. We're gonna party.
Dessert? Do you have a sweet tooth?
Always. I like more of like cookies.
Cookies?
Cookies.
So what are you guys gonna get? Some fire cookies, crumble?
Nah,
nothing.
It's just
you should
party.
Have you ever been to Rainbow Cone though before you go out party?
Nuh-uh.
It's 5 minutes from here. I don't know if you guys like ice cream.
Yeah, I like ice cream, strawberry.
Yeah, they got strawberry ice cream, but they make these fresh. Do you like little mini donuts? Like you ever gone to like a fair, like the what's the funnel cake?
Yeah,
you ever have funnel cake?
Yeah,
they make like mini donuts with like the same type of flavor as like a funnel cake, and they put like a vanilla icing over it. Plus they got ice cream.
Yeah,
it's so fire.
What's the name of it?
It's called the Rainbow Cone.
The Rainbow Cone?
Rainbow Cone, and it's a cool building. Like if you like you know what I mean? Like,
how far? So you said
it's like 5-10 minutes from here, dude. It's like, and it's a good experience because I believe it's like a historical Chicago building. You know what I mean? So and they revamped it, so you cannot miss it. There's a huge pink building. You guys get a cute picture there. You make your girlfriend happy, dude.
Okay.
So I'm telling you, it's a dope thing. Let's anything else in your mind before we wrap up?
No, man. It's just we pretty much covered everything, man, for sure.
And we'll have Aiden get a boomerang. We'll put that on the story too, and then this will be out. This will be out quicker than typical because we're pushing to get our 100th episode out by November 11th.
Okay, cool.
And shout out everything you want to shout out. Friends, family, businesses, anything you want to shout out.
I would like to shout out my family, my friends, and just my supporting cast, and my business is Hendo's Logistics LLC. So yeah.
Where should people go to work with your business?
HendosLogistics.com.
HendosLogistics.com. Cool.
HendosLogistics.com, and you can find me on LinkedIn too, as Semaj Henderson as well.
Cool.
Yep.
And he said he wanted to shout out. He didn't let you guys know, but he wanted to shout out Michael Jordan, and then he wanted to shout out G Herbo.
No. Okay. I like shout out G Herbo too, but not Michael Jordan. LeBron.
LeBron James
for sure.
Let's go. Hey, man. Well, thanks for doing this. We appreciate you.
No problem.
This was a really great
Appreciate
podcast.
No problem. Appreciate it, man.
Let's go.